What is going on YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time later today. I know yesterday I discussed that we are going to be looking at altcoins, and we are very soon in this week's couple of videos, but today I have too much to talk about and focus on these cryptocurrencies that we usually do. So we're going to have to postpone that until maybe tomorrow or the next day. But specifically in today's video, we obviously have to talk about the crazy news that came out within Tesla, the impact on what it's had on the market, different from what my technical analysis showed in yesterday's video, and then considering the fact that market manipulation is something to consider, as I feel like some of you guys don't realize how it's manipulation. I just wanted to explain what that is. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright guys, so I don't really know where to start because there's so much technical analysis and things to discuss with you. So this video may run a little bit longer than usual, but for good reason, as I highly recommend you watch everything to the end. Specifically, we are going to be talking about, are we headed up higher? And I know that's going to be the biggest concern. Is it too late to buy into this rally? Did you miss out on this? Are there other opportunities approaching itself? And I just wanted to give you guys my opinion from coming from somebody who's been in technical analysis in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for over 4 years now. Just a different outlook on things, a different viewpoint than what most of you guys might actually have, because I've been where you've been and I've been in your shoes, and now I have a difference of opinion, and you guys, in the next coming months or years may actually start to see things very similar to how I view them. So as you guys can see, I mean, pretty funny, CoinMarketCap, they added Model 3 Tesla. They're really just amping up Elon Musk, and it's pretty crazy if you think about it. The other thing I wanted to pull up was Elon Musk's Twitter right here. Let me just go to Elon Musk really quickly. Great. So now we have it up. So now we can discuss everything that I wanted to talk about. So obviously you can see top 10 cryptos, everything is pretty much pumping, especially if you look at it at the 7-day moving average or the 7-day price jump. You can see Bitcoin is up 17%, Ethereum up 5%. All these cryptos, I mean, honestly, if you just look at the 7-day, are like exploding at levels nobody had anticipated. And it was pretty crazy yesterday when we saw Bitcoin explode and every single cryptocurrency under it decided to pump up with it. I mean, the fact that the market alone is at a $1 trillion market cap is just absolutely insane. But to jump into today's video, obviously the main focuses are going to be XRP and Bitcoin specifically. As you can see, XRP looks great. We're starting to head up higher. This is definitely a very good reason. I'll explain why in a couple of minutes, but I just want to give you guys a quick view of everything. Ethereum looks okay. You can see Bitcoin exploding out at a very interesting level and a very interesting price range, things that we haven't necessarily seen in the past. And it's also very interesting to see the candle formation that we're having right now, as well as Litecoin, and then the S&P 500 looks okay as we're pumping even higher, creating new all-time highs for the market. It's absolutely nuts. So to jump right into things, obviously we spent a lot of bit of time focused on Bitcoin, and yesterday I was fair to admit that yesterday the way the candle looks is it wasn't looking to breach resistance just yet. Yes, it was definitely a possibility, but highly unlikely, and I still think it is fairly unlikely for us to maintain such a movement like this. It was not expected, it was not anticipated. I do believe this was market manipulation, and you guys have to be aware of what this looks like, and I'm going to talk about this in depth in a second, specifically based on the fact that we do have an ascending triangle forming here, and this is like a month and a half prior to where we had predicted breakout to happen. This usually isn't something that's well maintained. FOMO, investing into markets that pump it up higher, isn't necessarily a good game plan to ride off of when you're trying to invest money, specifically because we had resistance here. We were capped at resistance, and we managed to break through here and pretty much jump 10 grand in price in less than a day. It's absolutely wild, or maybe a day exactly. We were able to pump over $8,000, and that is just insane to think about. But here are the things that we have to talk about. So moving on right now from that, but to still base focus on that, you can see a few things of interest. This is what a bull trap looks like. I didn't go into this in yesterday's video, but I feel like it affects us right now. As you guys can see, just take a look at this. You can see we have an active bullish trend right here, the uptrend. We have our resistance, some sort of ascending triangle where this is the price ceiling, where prices have trouble breaking through here, and we have an uptrend. Look at how very similar it is to Bitcoin. We have our uptrend and we have our price ceiling. Prices are having trouble breaking through this resistance. Now let's look and see what happens. Oh, well, price closed above this resistance level. It just massively broke through here very unexpectedly, and we decided to close above here. Very interesting. Well, we look at Bitcoin right now. Prices managed to break through here, close above here. And now let's see what happens after this. This was an unexpected break to the upside. Now we see, oh, look, it was a fake upwards move, a bullish trend, a bull trap. And now we see people buying in here and then just anticipating this massive drop to the downside. Not that we may see a bull trap and correct that low that quickly, but it's definitely a sign of what could be some sort of pump fake, some sort of manipulation that you guys really just haven't realized. And that's something you guys really have to consider when investing into a movement like this. Now consider my reason being. Obviously, though, if we do see the big zip to the downside, which I honestly am anticipating. Honestly, if today and tomorrow we see a big reversal because this candle is showing signs of a reversal and we fall all the way down to 35,000 and then, consolidate back into here, I would not be surprised in the slightest. I'll actually be so prepared for this market, and I will be shorting Bitcoin the second the opportunity presents itself, which I think is definitely a possibility. I'll be buying in on Bityard, creating the short, and just selling short on Bityard. I did link Bityard in the description. It's extremely easy to take advantage of this. But if at any second we see Bitcoin decide to plummet lower, we will be able to capitalize off this run gambling and, giving it an educational gambling attitude to short the market back down to either support right here at $40,000 or all the way lower down to $35,000 on Bityard. And even though some people are missing out on the run to the upside, there is so much more opportunity capitalizing off the run back to the downside, back down to 35,000 because of how big of a short and how prepared we were to short this market. So obviously you could do so on Bityard. I did link it in the description. It's super simple. You literally click sell, enter the amount of margin you want, and then you just type in the leverage trade. You could do 25 times, maybe 10 times. The cool thing is, if you guys are worried about this, you can obviously go into the demo account and create a short position right now. So if you wanted to do so, we're gambling that Bitcoin in the next couple of days is going to probably head down to 41,290 from where it currently is. And we can clearly set a stop loss closer to about 47,400. So we literally go onto Bityard. Let's do leverage of 10 times. We type in, let's say 2,000, or let's do 1,000, play it a little more conservative. We click sell short. We click confirm. Now our position is in. We click stop loss. I would like to do a stop loss closer to 47.5. So let's do minus 200, minus 300, wherever 47.5 is. Beautiful. So 30% loss. We confirm. Now we're locked in to just hopefully cover ourselves if the market decides to pump up higher. So there's all these opportunities to take advantage of. This is one of those ways that I was referencing, how to capitalize off what could be a run. We're looking at this on the daily, but if we look at it on the, on the daily or the 4 hours, there's so many leading signals that we're at the top here and ready to short it back to the downside. I mean, just the fact alone that Bitcoin is extremely overbought on the daily, it's overextended on the MACD. We're seeing a reversal doji form right now. Everything is leading towards a pull to the downside. Now, I had a lot of questions yesterday, a lot of statements, general regards to the fact that, oh, this isn't market manipulation. This is just the market, exploding. Can't you accept that? Well, let me explain my position here. We have Tesla, this massive company that buys 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. 1 second, because I am done. And this is pretty much what I do now. We have Tesla buying 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, plans to accept it as payment. Great, that's awesome. It still can accept 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. That's fine. Let's say they did not say anything about this. Bitcoin with a current coin market cap of $1.3 trillion. If Tesla was to buy 1.5 billion, we wouldn't really see that much of an extension on where the current market is. This is thousand, million, this is billion, and this is trillion. So granted, 1.5 billion is only maybe 2% of the current market, and we wouldn't really see that much of a fluctuation. Maybe the market will jump up, Bitcoin specifically 3 or 4%, even 6% at its height. Would not really do anything that crazy. Okay. If they kept it quiet, if, let's say, we have Tesla buying in 1.5 billion into Bitcoin, yes, it's a lot of money, but if you don't say anything and this news never came out, the markets would have jumped maybe 2 or 3%, maybe 6% at max, the most. But what did Elon do? Elon Musk decided to publicize this, put it on the internet. So what happens when you put it on the internet that he's buying into Bitcoin? Well, granted that, Elon Musk has over 46 million people that listen to him. The fact that he posted this on his Twitter or wherever he did means that every single news station in the entire United States and country is going to be posting that Elon Musk is now buying into Bitcoin. Not only that, every YouTuber on the platform is going to be saying that he's buying into Bitcoin. What does that do? That means obviously it tells other big institutional investors to buy into the market, which may in the long term help us benefit by pushing the prices up. But it influences all the people like you and me. When I got asked about 30 times yesterday, how do I buy Bitcoin on Robinhood? Elon Musk just bought it. You're now manipulating the market. Nobody has any idea of how to trade Bitcoin, the technical analysis, the indicators. They're just buying in based on what other people are saying. And how am I going to take advantage of that? I'm going to short the crap out of Bitcoin. The second I see the opportunity, I'm buying in for a short and capitalizing off the run to the downside. It's very easy to do, but that's how, we can take advantage of markets that are pumping. People are buying in. They have no idea how to short the market. The second we see the markets drop, we all sell it. The market drops. I make a ton of money. It's that simple. But that's pretty much to cover Bitcoin. I know I have not covered XRP much at all. I feel like it was less of a focus, and I apologize for that. But to jump into discussing XRP, there's a beautiful uptrend. The fact that XRP actually managed to break above its prior high is huge news for XRP. A lot of people don't realize this, but when we were trading downwards, we had a beautiful resistance setting lower highs over and over and over again. The markets did not want to breach above resistance, but yesterday we managed to do so. We pulled up above our prior high in the market, which is now reversing the bearish pattern and starting to form an upwards uptrending pattern. So we're back to 46 cents. I do think there's a possibility of a small dip back down to 44 cents, but long-term slow growth, we are definitely headed back up to 50 cents, if not a little bit higher. Otherwise, looking at the other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum looks good. Also referencing what appears to be the top in the coin. Same thing with Litecoin, appears to reference the top resistance of the coin. Bitcoin, granted that this is now all-time highs, we've never seen any coins we've never seen Bitcoin go to this level. We don't know resistances, we don't know tops, but I would like to think that this is one of those, and there is a good chance of a big reversal. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong in the fact that there's a good chance markets could swing up higher. We could easily head to $55,000 right now, and I could be totally wrong. And I would blame it on market manipulation, yes. There's also technical analysis that indicates shorting the market and just general theory and analysis that explains so many people are buying in, don't know what they're doing. Markets are showing stress of reversal, and it just makes sense that markets should correct lower because they weren't ready to do so. And let's see, people buy the rumor, they sell the news is out, people are going to short it. So we'll see what happens. Otherwise, things look great. Definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.